feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor and watch the door, and in between I drink black coffee. Love's a hand-me-down broom. I'll never know a Sunday in this weekday room. I'm talking to the shadows, 1 o'clock till 4, and Lord, how slow the moments go when all I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, I'm hanging out on Monday, my Sunday dreams too dry. Now man is born to go a-lovin', a woman's born to weep and fret, to stay at home and tend her oven and drown her past regrets in coffee and cigarettes. I'm mooning all the morning, morning all the night, and in between it's nicotine and not much heart to fight. Black coffee, feeling low as the ground. It's driving me crazy, this waiting for my baby to maybe come around.
When this whole thing started, I never thought that we would all end up dead. But that's life, I guess. You live, and then you die. Regardless, you still have to pay your bills at the end of the day. So that's what I was doing when she walked through the door. Well, I guess it was less of a walk and more of a strut. You know how these things go. Her name was Miss James, and she had a serious problem. Although she was a bit mysterious in revealing it to me. I had to pull some proverbial teeth, if you know what I mean.
When I walked into the detective's office, I wasn't really sure about how things were going to go. All I know is I wanted answers. My jewels had been stolen, and I wanted to know who did it. I'd had a party, you see, and an ex of mine, Gene Elliott, was there, and his new thing, Adriana Humphrey. I was jealous. It was a weird night, but I suspected that one of them had done it.
She was in deep trouble, but she had come to just the right place. After all, I was a professional, and I knew just where to start looking. She got up and walked to the door.
I realized I had never caught the detective's name, and when I asked, she answered like this.
Her name's Betty. Betty Trowel, but you can call me Dick. And then she walked out of my life. Well, at least for about 24 hours. I had this weird, nauseous feeling in my gut. I guess you could call it a hunch. But I knew this bar. I had a standing gig to play piano at this bar, so I had to go there anyway tonight. But I just had this feeling. This feeling that my hunch would pan out if I just went inside. come here often?
Not usually.
That's funny. Is that an anklet you're wearing?
It is.
That's quite lovely. What's your name?
Gene Elliott.
Gene Elliott. Sounds familiar. Rings a bell. Can't think of it. Long day?
Hard night.
Well, it's really nice meeting you, but I think I better be going. It was a dead end. Deader than a doornail, deader than the possum I found on the side of the road. My options were limited, so I lit another cigarette and kept my eyes peeled as I wandered the streets. Something wasn't adding up. I was sure that I would find something at that bar tonight. But oh well, you win some, you lose some, you sell some for extra money. You know how it is. But as fate would have it, as I stumbled down the street, I came across a pretty interesting scene.
You really botched that one up.
What are you talking about?
That job we did last week.
I don't think so.
That guy should have been in fish food by now.
Oh, don't get your panties in the water.
And where were you at the party? You were gone for so long.
None of your goddamn.
As he walked away, I saw my opportunity. I quickly intervened. Need a light? I said.
And I said, sure, why not?
So tell me, you know that Gene guy over there?
Yeah.
What were you two talking about?
Oh, nothing. It's just some petty talk.
Party, huh? You were at a party a couple weekends ago? What about it? It wouldn't happen to be a Miss James's party, would it?
Maybe.
Curious. Very curious. And at this party, you wouldn't happen to have stolen something of importance, would you?
Not that I recall.
Well, see you around, kid.
As I walked away from... Oh, well, I guess I forgot to ask what her name was, but the woman I assumed was Adriana Humphrey. I still had that queasy feeling in my gut. Maybe it was something I ate, but I'm pretty sure it was that hunch again. Whatever it was, I knew I had to go back to Miss James's house and ask her a couple more questions. This party was awfully suspicious, as parties tend to be. But I knew that if I went back, I was sure to get some answers.
Have a seat. Thank you. Would you like some coffee?
Not today, I don't think. I'm kind of in a hurry.
It's fine by me.
Now, I want you to tell me a little bit more about the party you had a couple weekends ago.
I can tell you about the party, and if you're wondering, both Jean and Adriana were there. Everyone was mingling and drinking and dancing. I don't know. I guess it goes a little like this. It all started. That wretched girl. I don't know, I just had a bad feeling about her from the beginning. And she was with Jean, of course. A terrible man. I don't know, they exchanged some glances. I don't know what they were planning, but it couldn't have been good. But nevertheless, I welcomed them into my home. We talked and laughed and shared stories, but all the while, I couldn't stand looking at him and seeing her alongside him. Ugh. And then Jean offered us cigarettes. I didn't decline. I've taken up a habit of smoking these days, and I guess Adriana did too. But it was strange. No one had a light. We spent a few moments looking for one, but apparently Jean's pockets were empty, and of course I didn't have any pockets. But anyway, then Adriana got up and she asked to use the restroom. I pointed her down the hallway and she disappeared down the staircase. Meanwhile, I decided to talk to Jean about everything we had been through, now just leaving me behind for this silly girl. I slapped him. He didn't like that, and he decided to get a little lippy, so I slapped him again. I couldn't believe he had left me for this silly little girl. And then Jean also disappeared downstairs. He said something about having to check on train tickets. I didn't believe him for a second. Jean never took a train. And on top of everything, I kept my jewels downstairs. They were in my bedroom, on the vanity. I didn't like having both of them down there. For all I knew, they could be planning against me. I didn't trust Jean as far as I could throw him, not after what he did to me. And that girl, I didn't know how to feel about her. As I watched Jean leave, and he was smoking his cigarette, I just felt all these emotions. Irritable, lonely, angry, distrustful, and a little bit hungry. Yeah, hungry, but not for food. I was hungry for revenge.
Excuse me.
I wasn't sure what Miss James meant about that revenge thing, but I was positive Elliot was the crook. I was at the end of the road, period. But I wasn't about to let a piece of punctuation dictate my life. I called him up, said it was urgent. I told him to come to my office. I had to talk to him.
Thanks for coming down tonight.
I had nothing else to do.
I hope you don't mind, but I have a couple more questions for you.
It's fine.
You know a Miss James, don't you?
Yes.
And how long have you known this Miss James?
At least 5 years.
Okay. You were at a house party of hers the other weekend, weren't you?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It was a house party. We had drinks. We had food.
Okay. Well, it's been reported to me by my client that you mysteriously disappeared during this party. Can you tell me where you went?
I went to the basement to make sure that I had my train tickets.
Train tickets? Where are you going in such a hurry?
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. You know, trains are dangerous.
Yes.
Especially with all those strange people in Albuquerque.
Very strange.
Tell me, do you carry a gun?
I always carry a gun. Loaded.
Well, better safe than sorry, I suppose. I hope you stay safe on your train visits. This shade won't go down.
Not a light.
Love wouldn't make me blind. I still knew that Elliot was the one who had done it. I made my way to the nearest payphone. I needed to call someone.
Operator, can you please connect me to 432 Walnut Street? Hello, Miss James. This is Dick. I've got some big news about to blow up. You better meet me at my office tomorrow at 7. Be there, you'll be in for a surprise.
After the phone call, I headed back to my home office, which eerily looked very similar to my work office. But anyway, I went to write a letter to a Miss Humphrey. I told her the same thing I told Miss James, to meet me in my office tomorrow, in order to reveal my big plan. All I could do was hope that she would come.
Hey Toots, welcome to the party.
What party?
The party where I reveal to everyone who the real thief is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I Don't be cute. You're the one who stole the jewels. Don't look so surprised. You think I wouldn't figure it out? You with your feminine wiles and your anklet?
I knew it.
And you had good reason to know it. This man is a liar and a crook. Check his pockets, I bet he has the jewels right now.
Jane, I can't believe you would do something like this.
Framed me.
These jewels aren't even real. Why did you do that?
Jewels are fake.
And then there were two. Gene, I can't believe you'd do this. We had something real good, you know? I see how it is. Got a light?
I'm sorry it has to be this way. We'll always have Albuquerque.
Right in the heart. I knew you'd be the death of me. Not all that glitter are diamonds.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end.